AC Milan used to be the kings of Europe, 7 Champions Leagues and countless of legends. But they have completely fallen off recently, and now they've appointed Ruben Amorim as the manager. I don't think he's the right man for the job. So today, I've bought AC Milan and become their brand new owner until AC Milan win the Champions League. So there we go, I am the brand new AC Milan owner, and of course Ruben Amorim is taking over, and I'm kind of stuck with him for now. So I quickly meet with Ruben Amorim and say, look Ruben, we both know I did not hire you, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you a fair chance. It's in your contract. We are in the Europa League this year. I expect nothing more than to you to deliver it. If not, I'll look elsewhere for a new manager. Amorim says, yeah, that seems fair. I hope the deal I signed for, which means I get to make the short list of players, and of course at the end you'll pick whatever player we can afford. I then respond, of course I may overrule some decisions, but yes, that still stands. So of course, this is the Ruben Amorim formation and tactics. And this is the current starting 11 that Ruben Amorim will run. But of course, there's still a lot of signings to make that he wants to make as well. So this is Ruben Amorim's huge transfer list. Except to Mike Magnan, who has transfer listed himself because of no UCL football. But the controversial one is Christian Pulisic. Ruben Amorim believes that Leao and Pulisic offer the same role, and that Christian cannot do well in that playmaking role. I can't lie, boys. I had to step in. This cannot happen. Pulisic cannot leave the side, so I'm removing him from the transfer list. I tell Amorim, look, I'm very happy with who you have transfer listed except Pulisic. I've removed them. I hope you can understand. Amorim then responds, it's okay, I understand, but if he doesn't do well, you better man up and sell him next season. And there we go. We were able to sell everybody on Amorim's transfer list, and we started with around 50 million, and he now has 202 million to spend. If he continues to impress, I will give him more money when needed. But this should definitely be enough to take this side into the Europa League victory. He wants to go ahead and sign a brand new striker because Sati scored 0 goals in the Serie A last year. And here are Amorim's options: Victor Boniface for Leverkusen, Moise Keys from Fiorentina, Robert Lewandowski, who is now a free agent, Jonathan David, who flopped at Juventus, and finally Victor Gyökeres. But remember, I get to make the final decision here. First of all, Victor Gyökeres would take too much money to convince him to join the side, and Robert Lewandowski, he may be free, but we want to build towards the future. I can't lie, Jonathan David just joined. He's gonna be too expensive. So I'm between Moise Kean and Victor Boniface. Big name striker. So for 63 million, Moise Kean is a brand new AC Milan number 9. Ruben Amorim wanted him, and he got him. So there we go. What a front line. Kean, Leao, and Christian Pulisic. But up next, we know he loves that left wing back spot. And here are his options: Maximiliano Araujo, right is Maxime de Kuiper, Miguel Gutierrez, Milos Kerkez, and his ideal option is Nuno Mendes, which is not happening. Now, Milos Kerkez is interesting. He did not do well at Liverpool, but it would be too hard to convince him. I am stuck between these 3 brand new signings. I think we'd have to overpay to get Miguel Gutierrez. So why not go for the sporty man for 18 million? I believe he played under Amorim. If not, he was signed to replace whoever Amorim had. So he must be a great player. And there we go. Maximiliano Araujo will now be starting. Of course, AC Milan now need a goalkeeper. And the options he has chosen is Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, Diego Costa, Ulame Retzes, and Bento from Al Nassr. Ter Stegen is way too old for my liking. Diego Costa just joined Tottenham and he'd be too expensive. But I can't lie, I'm overruling again. I need a winner, and that is Andrew Lunin, who's won multiple Champions Leagues. So for a very cheap 27 million, Real Madrid's number 2 is now Milan's number 1. I'm telling you, I'm glad I overruled. This guy is going to be a future world-class goalkeeper. And after that signing, he wanted to sign Wesley from AS Roma, but unfortunately, he is way too expensive, and we only have 76 million left to spend. I'm overruling him once again. Like I said, I don't fully trust Amorim yet, so I'm going to make a lot of these decisions, and we're going to keep Salamakers. He wants to make 2 more signings. Is that central center back and a center mid to play next to Fofana. So for 30 million, we decided on Scalvini from Atalanta. And for our final signing for 44 million, Puig Milan is now joining AC Milan. He's a former Amorim player and is the captain at Sporting. So this is the final AC Milan side we're going to this season. Have huge expectations for Ruben this season. If not, I can sack him and look for another manager that would deliver us the Champions League. But it's now time for Ruben Amorim's debut for AC Milan. Let's see if he's the right man for the job this season. Here comes Fofana, gives it into Puig Milan, who finds Rafael Leao. First attack of the game. Can they score? And it's a great save, man. But here comes Lecce on the ball with the shots. Great save from our new number 1. But here comes Lecce once again. Alex Sala on the ball, gets rid of our defenders. Why are they not defending Lunin? I knew I made the right signing. And now here come AC Milan on the counter. Rafael Leao, that's the man you want on the ball, making this run. Leao through ball into Moise Kean. He's 1v1, but he's offside. That goes in, man. But now here comes Lecce looking to go 1-0 up. Great tackle from Scalvini. 42nd minute. We should be 1-0 up, bro. It's literally only Lecce. Come on, Rafael Leao. Looking to cook here. Leao gives it into Christian Pulisic. Cuts inside. Gives it into Moise Kean. And there we go. It took almost an entire half, but we go 1-0 up. Second half now. Pulisic on the ball. Come on. Can we go 2-0 up? We should be dominating this team. It's still Christian Pulisic with a finesse. It's beautiful. This is why I took him off the transfer list. A player like him should never be leaving. Milan, great through ball into Rafael Leao. 4 minutes left to go. Let's get a third goal. Let's show the domination. Moise Kean, it goes in. A brace on his debut. That's why we paid the big bucks for this man. The whistle is blown. Amorim gets his first 3 points in the Serie A. Great start. But can he do it in Europe and in the biggest games in Italy? But up next, he has his first Europa League game like the Lecce game. I expect to see a lot of goals against Panathinaikos. And here comes Renato Sanchez into Desiree into Serin. And in the first 8 minutes, Amorim's Milan goes down. And here come Milan. They should never be down to Panathinaikos. And now it's Moise Kean. Custos left foot. It's still Moise Kean. Low driven. It goes. And let's go. That is the quality I paid for. We need to win this game. Oh, but here come Panathinaikos again. Come on. Great tackle, Scalvini, man. Counter attack now. Pulisic into Salamakers. Here comes the Belgium, who I did not replace. Christian Pulisic, the man who I took off the transfer list. It's still Pulisic. Back into Salamakers. Great ball. Salamakers in the middle. Moise Kean. Left footed finish again. It goes in. Every goal he scores, he proves me right. Finally, we're in the lead. And boys, we have just conceded a goal again. I did not expect that to go in. And let's take a look at this replay. Simple pass down the line here in the second half. A cross in. Lunin should be getting that, man. What is Scalvini doing there too? Oh, but here come Panathinaikos again. They get rid of the defenders. Lunin, great save. Why are we struggling to this team? Here come Panathinaikos again. Sanchez into Desiree. Lunin is saving us right now, man. Amorim, what are you doing out there? Counter attack now. Maximiliano Araujo. We have to score this. No way Milan doesn't score a third against Panathinaikos. He's still driving. Araujo, great through ball into Santiago Jimenez, who came up as a bench player. Let's go. 3-2. It should have not been this difficult. I am not impressed tonight by Amorim. The whistle is blown. We get our first 3 points, but it's a very questionable performance. This better not happen again. But halfway through the season, it's not looking bad. AC Milan are sitting in second, and they're on the route of potentially topping the UEFA Europa League group here. And when it comes to performances, Moise Kean has been incredible. Nkuku 8-5, Rafael Leao 7-5. Maybe Ruben Amorim was right. Christian Pulisic has gone 6-4 only so far. So I speak to Ruben Amorim and say, halfway through the season, I'm very satisfied with what you've done so far. Do you need any signings? Ruben Amorim says, yes, we do need a couple signings, but none that we can make in January. The only thing I would recommend is getting rid of Pulisic and maybe replacing him. I then respond, you know what, you're right. The only signings we can make, it would have to be in the summer, but I'm not comfortable with getting rid of Pulisic just yet, but I will be watching him because he has not been very impressive. And Ruben Amorim has gotten our team to the Europa League final, with Moise Kean being the top goal scorer of the entire thing, tied with this Tete guy. But the likes of Pulisic and Santiago Jimenez have also done well in this competition, but their ones to watch are the likes of Malik Fofana, Moreira, and Scamacca, and all comps. But it seems like the goals were spread out throughout the entire team, so we need to be careful here. But there is an injury to Milan for the final. Jashari will be coming into the fold. But we are playing at Anfield. This is the bare minimum. Ruben Amorim does not win this, I'll be sacking him and be looking for better managers that can take us to the Champions League. And the game kicks off. It's Alexis Malamakers gives it into Jashari, coming in for an injured Milan. Rafael Leao, great pass into Maximilian Araujo. Araujo scores it. No, it's a great block. Christian Pulisic with the cross in. He's been the one in charge of set pieces. Moise Kean, great save. Salamakers gives it to Christian Pulisic. Come on, you've not had the best of seasons that I know of as of right now. Rafael Leao, great through ball. Araujo in the middle to Fofana, finds for Moise Kean with a shot. He's offside. That goes in every single time, man. But here come Olympic Lyonnais. Scamacca gives it into Tolisso, into Nuama. Great save from Lunin there. Cross in from Olympic Lyonnais for Scamacca. Lunin again, man. Tolisso, Nuama, great tackle for Pavlovic. Fofana. Here come AC Milan on the counter attack. Come on, man. We need to score a goal here. Rafael Leao gives it into Salamakers. Salamakers cuts inside, gives it to Leao, back into Pulisic. Beautiful football, beautiful Amorim ball, and it goes in. The man that was doubted by his own manager gives him the lead in the Europa League final. The header from Tomori, and here come AC Milan in the second half, looking to take this lead. Double the lead, actually. Pulisic into Moise Kean. Moise Kean cuts back into Christian Pulisic. Pulisic all the way into Rafael Leao with a shot, and it goes in. A 2-0 lead in the final. It has to be over. And it's all over. They lift the Europa League. A 2-0 win was enough. Amorim's job is safe. I was satisfied. But going into next season, I'll have bigger expectations. And there's still a risk he gets sacked. And the squad looks great at the end of the season. 85 Keane, 86 Leao, 87 Pulisic. This is a high-level midfield. And the defense is looking strong as well. 33 goals for Moise Keane. Pulisic really recovered. 19 goals and 16 assists. 16 and 9 for Nkunku. 15 and 10 for Leao. Player of the season, however, goes to Thuram. And I'm very disappointed to see that only one of our players was in the team of the season. Because we finished in second place. So we need to do better in the league next year. As we lose the Super Cup final and don't win the Coppa Italia, man. Only one trophy. I'm a little bit iffy about this season. If you guys have enjoyed this video so far, subscribe and comment down below who you want to see next. So now in season 2, I speak to Amorim. So what are your thoughts on this brand new season? Who should we get rid of? Who should we buy? What position should we focus on? He responds, well, as you know, Rafael Leao has transfer listed himself. He says it's time for him to leave the club. So I think we should move Pulisic to that shadow striker role. Well, playmaker, but we know he's a better finisher. I think we need to work on our defensive aspect. Finally sign that right mid / right wing back. And maybe some competition for Araujo. He wasn't the best last year. So yes, here's a transfer list for Ruben Amorim this season. And Rafael Leao says he finally wants to leave AC Milan. There's nothing we can do about that. And there we go. Amorim has sold everybody in his transfer list again. But interestingly, Nkunku wasn't listed. Madrid came in and he forced the move. So we lost another attacking mid here. But Amorim has lots of money to work with because of the sale of Leao, 350 million. So first, the right mid position. He's gone back for Wesley, but also Jeremy Frimpong, Malo Gusto, and Pedro Porro. I think Malo Gusto and Wesley are just not good enough right now. So that leaves us between the Liverpool man or the Tottenham man who Amorim used to coach. And I decided on familiarity. As for 63 million, Pedro Porro is the new right mid / right wing back. And up next is that left mid spot. There is Destiny Udogie, Alejandro Grimaldo, Milos Kerkez, or Theo Hernandez. I think getting both Tottenham fullbacks is not going to be possible. And Grimaldo seems to have just joined Liverpool. So maybe Kerkez, who's probably now the backup, or a return for Theo Hernandez at AC Milan. And I decided to go for the cheaper option for 30 million. Theo Hernandez is returning back to AC Milan. He's going to be a leader in our dressing room. And there we go, the two brand new starting winger / fullbacks. Up next is that left center back spot, because he also wants a center back, but I'm overruling and I want to keep Scalvini. And this cycle for left center back has shortlisted Bastoni, Dean Huijsen from Madrid, Ousmane Diomande, Jorel Hato, and Piero Hincapié. So Bastoni, yeah, no chance he joins. Jorel Hato is not good enough. He's not better than Pavlovic right now. So it's between these three signings right here. So for only 57 million, we were somehow able to convince Hincapié to join the Rossoneri. What a brilliant signing. This guy's a Premier League winner. And finally, it's time for replacement for Leao. There is Arda Güler, Javi Simmons, Morgan Gibbs-White, and Nico Pass. Gibbs-White, not good enough. Javi Simmons, I don't want him. So it's between Nico Pass, who might return to Madrid because of that, or can we get Arda Güler, who struggles to play in his own position, man. But before I make my decision, for 34 million, Oscar Gloku is joining as the backup to replace Nkunku. And finally, for 110 million, I chose Nico Pass, a little bit cheaper. Serie A proven. Now, I'm about to tell Amorim the expectations we do have, because we have spent lots of money, and I expect a lot from him this season. And man, come on, take a look at this brand new starting 11. Ruben Amorim, better not fail me. So I bring him into my office and say, look, spent all of the money we had, no money left for January. I expect every trophy in Italy. If not, I'm sorry, you're gone from this team. Amorim says, that's fair. No team has ever backed me the way you have. I will not let you down. And so far, so good, as Amorim is in a Super Cup final. But it falls back into El Anouilh, Estupinian, El Anouilh, into Manu Kone, Diapala, Matias Soulé. Do not let him shoot. Do not let him shoot. Great tackle, great save. And now here comes Theo Hernandez on the ball with a great through ball into Pulisic. Counter-attack of dreams here for Milan. Pulisic cuts inside. Here comes Christian Pulisic into Moise Kean. It's still Moise Kean. Moise Kean with a low-driven finesse, and it hits the post after a save, man. Come on. Uh-oh, but here comes AS Roma, Matias Soulé, and it goes in this time. In the 31st minute, Roma take the lead, man. Amorim needs to win this trophy. And Matias Soulé scores a second goal. Take a look at this. This is a brilliant finish. I did not expect it to go in. It's a great pass inside. Gives it to Sule. First time shot. Straight into the top corner, man. I was expecting Lunin to save that. But here come AC Milan now ready to give up. Christian Pulisic on the ball. Great touch. Has a turn. Has a shot. And it goes in. Right before halftime, he gets a goal back. Paulo Dybala on the ball. Gives it to Matthias Sule in the second half. It hits the crossbar. The game was almost over. Christian Pulisic on the ball. Gives it to Santi. Santi lays it back into Oscar Gloku. Both of these players coming off the bench. Here comes Santi with a chip shot. And he hits the crossbar. I thought it went in. Milan with a shot though. It goes wide again. Come on. Pulisic down the middle into Milan, who finds into Oscar Gloku, into Santiago Jimenez, and this time he puts it away. It's 2-2. Game's not done. It's not over. 6 minutes left to go. AC Milan looking for an attack here. Here comes Oscar Gloku on the ball. The new signing, the new backup, finds Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro with the cross in. Can he find Pulisic? And it goes wide. Come on, Christian. But it's gonna be a penalty shootout. This game could not end over 90 minutes. Here comes Paulo Dybala down the middle. It goes in, man. Come on. Santi to take the first penalty. Of course, Moise Kean came up. Santi bottom left. It goes in. 1-1. Daniel Malin, the captain for AS Roma for some reason, goes ahead and goes down the middle. Dude, what are these horrible penalties, man? Christian Pulisic failed it to score in the last minute of the game. Goes to the top right and goes in. Let's go. Matthias Sule up next. Where is he gonna go? He's gonna go ahead and stay down the middle. Great save from Lunin. And now Theo Hernandez, the left back. He's a great penalty taker. Is he gonna let us down? And no, he doesn't. 3-2, baby. Maximilian Mittelstadt. What is he doing at AS Roma? He's gonna, Lunin's gonna scold. No, stay down the middle, man. 3-3, actually. Fofana score this, and they maintain their lead in the pen shootout. Yes, top left, it goes in. And now with Wesley, who Amorim has wanted for years, fails to score this, they're out, and they lose the Super Cup final. Bottom left, it goes in. It's all up to Pedro Porro, signed for that right wing back / right mid spot. Goes to the top right, bangs it in. AC Milan lift the Super Coppa Italia, the first trophy of 3 that we need. And it's gonna be another final for AC Milan. Top goal scorers are Moise Kean, but Jonathan David and Coop Miners, as this Juventus side with Rafael Leao is not messing around in all competitions this season. And there will be no Theo Hernandez for this final, so Araujo will have to do. Can Ruben Amorim win 2 out of 2 trophies? 36 minutes, it's been a dead game so far. Nico Paz gives it to Moise Kean. Come on, Milan, somebody has to go 1-0 up. Pulisic, great ball into Maximilian Araujo. Here comes the substitute left mid here. Cuts inside into Christian Pulisic with a finesse from there, and it's a screamer. Christian Pulisic makes it 1-0. Another final scored for this guy. And now it's Christian Pulisic on the attack. Second half now looking to go ahead and double their lead. Moise Kean is through on goal, low driven, and my man makes a mistake. That's what he gets for betraying us and going to the other side of Italy. And the whistle is blown. Milan lift the Coppa Italia. Amorim is 2 for 2 now. Can he go ahead and win the Serie A though? If not, I don't care if we won 2 trophies. I'm getting rid of him. And on the last game of the season, Milan sit top of the table, tied on points with Juventus, with the exact same record and the exact same goal difference. But Juventus have scored more goals. So Milan have to outscore Juventus, and they're facing last place. Come on, Ruben Amorim. I'm expecting like 5 goals from you. And here come AC Milan. Come on, we need to absolutely destroy Lecce. Here comes Nico Paz on the ball, cuts inside. It's Nico Paz, gives it to Moise Kean. Is he outside? And no, how do you miss that, man? Pulisic now on the ball, gives it into Moise Kean. Moise Kean, great through ball into Christian Pulisic. 1v1 shot, and it goes in. That's 1 goal from the American. Much more needs to happen today. Nico Paz, great pass into Christian Pulisic, the man who scored today. Pulisic gives it back into Fofana. Here come Milan, now willing to lose the ball. Pulisic into Araujo, who's coming in for the still injured Theo Hernandez. All the way to Fofana. He has to score this. Yes, he does. 2-0, bro. Come on, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Salamanca's into Fofana. Only 2 goals in the first half. Basanti makes it 3. Come on, man. It's only the 54th minute. We need more than 3 goals. But we were only able to score 3 goals. No celebration. Please tell me this is a glitch. No way Juventus scored more than 3 goals tonight. And Juventus won 5-0, man. Amorim has bottled the league on the final day. But at least it's good news. The growth of this squad continues to be amazing. Hincapie 88, 85 Scalvini. I knew we can trust him. Pulisic is about to hit a 90, man. Our top goal scorer, though, was Theo Hernandez. 22-2 for Moise Kean. 16-1 for Santi. 14-20 for Porro. Pulisic had an off season this year. There's a lot of questions to be asked, like, should we finally get rid of Pulisic? Is Moise Kean the man to lead us to the UCL? And should I sack Amorim, even though he got us 2 trophies? But in season number 3, I made my decision. I am sacking Ruben Amorim. It's very harsh, but look at Fiorentino Paris. He's the exact same way. This is how you become the best club in world football. And we cannot do it if we can't even win the league title on the final day, man. And I spoke to the man, Pep Guardiola. I said, look, Pep, we have built an incredible team, and I believe you are the one to bring us to the UCL trophy. You've been on a 2-year hiatus. How does that sound? Guardiola says, you know what? I think I need to dominate Italy. One of the last few leagues I need to go ahead and prove that I'm the best. Sign me up. So here we go. Guardiola is now the brand new AC Milan manager. All the UCLs coming home, lads. So Guardiola has actually decided to stay with the same formation. And these are the tactics he's running. Wide playmaker instead of winger. A second shadow striker, a holding midfielder. The entire back line is ball-playing defenders. And the most important, the false nine. Moise Kean does not fit this system. And Pep Guardiola has said he only wants 2 signings, and that is a brand new false 9 instead of Moise Kean and a new holding midfielder that isn't Fofana. I'm curious on who he'll bring in. First, he went ahead and sold Moise Kean for 132 million to Barca. Huge decisions, man. And the first signing he's made for 70 million is Nico Gonzalez from Manchester City. Yeah, that's the perfect holding mid for Pep's system. And finally, for 85 million, he's bringing in a 20-year-old Phil Foden in his prime. He's gonna be playing the false 9. Yo, Pep Guardiola is crazy, man. And it looks like this is the final lineup he is running. Only 2 signings. Let's see if I made the right decision. I'm going for Pep Guardiola. And in the Champions League, they finished in 3rd place. Round of 16, they beat Real Betis. Quarterfinals, they beat Barcelona by 1. And in the semis, they beat Chelsea. And they faced PSG in the UCL final. Just like that, Guardiola took us to the final. And he immediately wins the Serie A by 10 points. And wins the Coppa Italia. He's on a treble, man. And for some reason, I can't see PSG stats, but they made new signings like Nico Williams, still have Desiree Doué, and Dembele. They brought back Neymar. But it's all good because Guardiola has 32 goals, 14 assists Foden, 18 goals for Theo Hernandez, 18 and 2 for Pulisic, while the rest of the squad did get amongst the goals here. And luckily, it'll be a full-strength side other than the fact that Fofana will be injured and won't be a bench player in the final. But here it is. Can Guardiola finish the job that Amorim started? I've put in so much money into this club. I risked it all getting rid of Amorim. Come on, Guardiola. Prove me right here. And here comes Neymar Jr. with a brilliant pass to Nuno Mendes. I cannot believe he's still starting for PSG. Oh, Fabian Ruiz. 1v1. Ousmane Dembele shots. Lunin. Brilliant save. But it falls into Vitinha, who gives it to Desiree Doué, and it goes in top corner, man. This challenge takeover cannot end like this. We need to win the final, man. But it falls back into Neymar. Great save from Lunin, man. Pulisic on the ball gives it to Phil Foden. Here comes Philip Foden, the man who has changed AC Milan into Christian Pulisic. He almost got sold in season 1. Can he equalize the game? No, Chevalier, man. Pulisic plays it short into the captain, Milan. What a signing this guy has been. Milan in the middle, into Phil Foden. Foden all the way into Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro with a left-footed finish. Chevalier again. Pulisic cross in, finds Hincapié with the header. It falls into Scalvini, goes wide. Come on. Counter-attack. Theo Hernandez gives it into Philip Foden. Foden through ball into Pulisic. Again, the American is through a goal. He loves to score in the Champions League. We know this. Chevalier. Yo, this man is nuts. Ousmane Dembele into Fabian Ruiz, back into Ousmane Dembele. It might be over. Luis Enrique is outsmarting Pep Guardiola tonight. But here come PSG again. 20 minutes left to go. Nuno Mendes is looking for a 3rd. Oh my God, somebody get the ball off this guy. He's too good. It falls into Vitinha, into Ousmane. It hits the crossbar. We get lucky. Theo Hernandez gives it to Christian Pulisic. Pulisic through ball into Philip Foden. 1-2-1. Let's go. He gets a goal back. 10 minutes left to go to score an equalizer. Milan back into Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez into Porro into Nico Gonzalez, into Nico pass. Dude, they sat back. It's over, man. PSG win the Champions League. I was not able to save Milan and win the Champions League. But hey, I think I brought them back to the very top with my management. And if you guys enjoyed this video, click on this video right here. I know you're gonna love it.